What happens to your cryptocurrencies when you pass on? Do they vanish into the digital ether, or do they get reincarnated in the crypto market? This is a question that's not often asked, but it's one that's incredibly important for anyone involved in the world of digital currencies. Imagine for a moment that you've amassed a fortune in Bitcoin or Ethereum, but one day, you're no longer around to access it. What becomes of that digital wealth? Does it simply disappear, or does it find a way back into the vast ocean of the cryptocurrency market? It's a question that combines the existential with the digital, a philosophical quandary for the modern age, if you will. And it's a question that's increasingly relevant as more and more people invest in these digital assets. In the next few minutes, we'll delve into the life and afterlife of cryptocurrencies. So stick around, because this is going to be a fascinating journey into the unknown. Before we venture into the unknown, let's familiarize ourselves with the basics of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are digital or virtual currencies that use cryptography for security. They are essentially digital assets that you can use as a medium of exchange, just like you would with traditional currencies such as the pound or the dollar. Now, one of the key characteristics of cryptocurrencies is that they are decentralized. This means they are not controlled by any government or central authority. Instead, they operate on a technology called blockchain, which is a decentralized system spread across many computers that manage and record transactions. So, how does this blockchain technology work? Think of it as a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems. Each block in the chain contains a number of transactions, and every time a new transaction occurs on the blockchain, a record of that transaction is added to every participant's ledger. Now let's talk about ownership in the crypto world. When you own cryptocurrency, what you really own is a private key, a critical piece of information used to sign transactions. This key provides mathematical proof that the transaction has come from the owner of the wallet. Losing this key essentially means losing your cryptocurrency. Moreover, your cryptocurrencies are stored in a digital wallet. This wallet can be online, on your computer, on a hardware device, or even on a piece of paper. It's like a bank account, but you're the only one who has access to it. It's also important to note that unlike traditional currencies, there is a finite amount of each cryptocurrency. For example, the total number of Bitcoin that will ever exist is capped at 21 million. Now that we've grasped the basics, we can explore what happens to these digital assets when their owners pass away. In the physical world, our possessions are typically passed on to our loved ones or liquidated. But what about in the digital realm? Now let's delve into the process of cryptoinheritance. The world of cryptocurrencies operates on decentralization and encryption. There's no central authority like a bank that holds your assets or can facilitate a transfer upon your death. Your crypto assets are locked away behind a cryptographic key. If you're the only one who knows it, your digital wealth could be inaccessible when you're no longer around. This is where we encounter a unique challenge. In the traditional banking system, there are processes in place to ensure that your wealth doesn't simply vanish when you pass away. But in the world of crypto, if you don't share your key, no one can access your digital fortune. It's akin to burying a treasure chest and taking the map to your grave. The solution? Estate planning, but with a twist. Just as you would plan for your physical assets, you need to make arrangements for your digital wealth. This might involve entrusting your private key to a loved one, or using a professional service that facilitates digital inheritance. Some people might choose to use decentralized protocols that automatically transfer their assets after a period of inactivity. Others might opt for smart contracts that trigger the release of funds upon certain conditions. The key point here is that the digital realm requires a different kind of forward thinking. But what if no arrangements are made? Well, the digital assets of a deceased person can essentially become lost in the crypto ecosystem. They still exist, but they're locked away, potentially forever. It's like a piece of gold sitting at the bottom of the ocean, out of circulation but still part of the overall supply. So, it seems our digital assets can live on, but there are hurdles to cross. Let's consider how this affects the overall crypto market. You might be wondering, with all these lost coins, will Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency eventually run out? This question brings us to the concept of finite supply in the context of cryptocurrencies. In the world of cryptocurrency, the term finite supply refers to the maximum number of coins that will ever exist for a specific cryptocurrency. Bitcoin, for instance, has a finite supply of 21 million coins. But here's the twist. As people lose access to their Bitcoins, the actual number of Bitcoins in circulation decreases. Now let's talk about supply and demand dynamics. In the traditional market, if a product's supply decreases while demand stays the same or increases, the price of that product tends to rise. The same principle applies to cryptocurrencies. As the number of accessible coins decreases, the value of the remaining coins in circulation could potentially increase. And this is not just about Bitcoin. The same logic applies to any cryptocurrency with a finite supply. Think about it this way. Every lost coin is like a tiny fraction of the market permanently going on vacation, never to return. This absence might not cause a noticeable shift if it's just one or two coins. But what if millions of coins are lost? That's a significant chunk of the market, taking a permanent hiatus. Over time, these losses can have a significant impact on the supply-demand dynamics of the market, potentially driving up the value of the remaining coins. However, it's crucial to remember that numerous factors influence the value of cryptocurrencies: market sentiment, regulatory changes, technological advancements, and global economic conditions, to name a few. Lost coins are just one piece of the puzzle, albeit a fascinating one. In a sense, lost coins might make your own holdings more valuable. Isn't that a comforting thought? As we delve deeper into the world of cryptocurrencies, we realize that even in loss, there could be a silver lining. So the next time you hear about someone losing their crypto keys, remember, it might just be adding a bit more sparkle to your digital treasure. We've journeyed through the life and afterlife of cryptocurrencies, but what does all this mean for you? Well, it's simple, really. We've established that cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin, don't just disappear when their owners pass away. Instead, they remain in the digital world, locked away until accessed by someone with the correct keys. The implications for the crypto market are also clear. The number of Bitcoins, for example, is finite. It is not affected by the death of its holders, and these lost coins do not directly impact the value of the remaining coins. But here's the nub of it all. Managing your digital assets responsibly is crucial. Just like any other asset, if you don't make arrangements for its future, it could be lost forever, locked away in the digital realm. Remember, in the world of cryptocurrencies, it's not just about making investments, but also about planning for their future. And that, dear viewer, is your key to becoming a wise crypto investor.